Well, I grew up in the suburb of New York City, and from the time I was young, I always loved sports. And I think my third grade phys ed teacher told my mom that he knew I was going to be a professional athlete, he just didn't know what sport. Basketball was probably my favorite, and then got into tennis when I was 12 years old, and really knew that's what I wanted to do from a pretty young age, that I wanted to try to be a professional tennis player. I think my younger days as an athlete was a series of progressions. I started out at 14, top I think 25 in the country, and then as a junior I was number 2 in the country in the juniors in the US, and then went to college on a scholarship to the University of Tennessee, was number 1 in the country, and then turned pro at the US Open in 1979. When I finished my time on the tennis tour in 1988, I moved to California and didn't know what I was going to do, but I had an interest in real estate, so I went back to school at UCSD and took some night classes in real estate and real estate finance and development. But I think my early tennis days was a prototype and a model for my business career, and it was really just one step at a time. I never had a grand vision for what I was going to be as a player. I obviously wanted to be a professional, and the same in starting Kisco. I didn't start with a grand vision. There was a portfolio of 12 senior living communities that became available, and I flew around the country and looked at 5 or 6 of them, and we decided to buy one in Virginia Beach in First Colonial Inn in 1990 that we still own today. I like to say that my lack of education has served me well over the years. I didn't know where to begin, and so I really just kept it simple and said, we want to deliver great service to the residents as if my parents were living in the community. I wanted it to be a company that treated everyone well with dignity and respect and delivered great service. And the only way to do that is to hire compassionate and caring staff. And fortunately, it's a business that attracts a compassionate worker. People tend to gravitate towards senior living because they love working for seniors. And so the vast majority of frontline staff who choose to work in a senior living community do so because they love serving seniors. So that's the most important screen we have always used from day one in hiring people, and it's what the residents want. And so it's that connection between the residents and associates that is so important and both natural for both groups. One of the questions I get asked frequently is, what's going to change over the next 10 years, which is a great question, but an even better question is what's going to stay the same over the next 10 years, because you can build a business around executing on those things you know are going to stay the same. They're going to want great programs, and they're going to want highly compassionate and well-trained staff to take care of them and serve them. That's not going to change over 10 years. So our success is built on the ability to execute on those things better than anyone else. And I think what we've been able to establish over a long period of time is that autonomy and that differentiation, kind of in a boutique, heart-led style. And you know, the heart-led definition of what we are as a company really starts with the compassionate staff. It's hiring people who have the empathy and a passion for serving seniors. And if you just hire enough of those people, it really drives a company forward in a really compassionate way. We have a differentiated model that's been successful for a really long period of time, and it's based upon the interests of 3 of our key stakeholders. The associates, we want to treat them well, hire compassionate, talented people, give them opportunities for development and advancement. They in turn deliver great service to our residents who really enjoy living in our communities. It feels like home. They talk to their friends about referrals, and they stay with us a long time, and that increases occupancy, and then therefore profitability is the end result of that. And we're doing that consistently well over a long period of time. It's a self-fulfilling success factor that drives the sustainability of the company both now and into the future.